I'm here early, guys. So I'm just going to chill for a few minutes and I'll be back later. Don't want to hear it. Hi, some folks showed up. I just decided to go live a little bit early and make sure that YouTube was going to play nice today. Linda, Galena. I should move this so that that can show. You know, I used to be a graphic designer, and this is the best I can do. Digging stuff out of everywhere. Melody. Rosemary. Melody, your echo prints look great. Vicki, name spelled right. We're the best Vickies because we don't add any extra letters. Let me get get the rest of the way set up here. And there we are. My mom spelled my name this way too, and I'm not a Victoria. I am not a name snot. I'm an art snot, but all right. 5 more minutes. Let's just talk for a minute. God, y'all missed a fun night Saturday night. Good Lord. These women that know Rosemary Morris take their chatting seriously. Believe me. I was just fixing to go to bed and up popped a message that said impromptu chat, YouTube. So I went over there. Oh my God. What was it, Rosemary, about midnight? And there are all these crazy women. Of course, that's about the time Europe wakes up. So there were quite a few of those. We laughed. We had fun. Rosemary treated me horribly, but we won't go into that. Hey, Rejoice. Hey, Linda. Welcome. It's just fun and games here, and I'm so glad you joined in the chat, because that's the best way to get stuff out of this. Is the more you put into it, the more you get out. I gotta figure out where I can see. Hey, Judy. Oh, hey, you're new too. I'm so tickled. Be sure and set a notification for us and subscribe. I'm on every Tuesday and Thursday at 4, and on Wednesdays I do a little 15-minute live stream just face to face. Debbie, good. Y'all don't know how much that tickles me. The old folks can tell you that we kind of never know where we're going until we get there. Wait just a few more minutes. We'll go. Sometimes when I set everything up and then click the go live button, YouTube doesn't want to play. So then you have to start it over, type in your title again, do all that. So this time I got it set up at 1/4 till, and I thought I'm just going to go live and give y'all something pretty to look at while I get ready. Ooh, I promised the peeps on Saturday night that I would show you some encaustic pieces. That's what Rosemary was doing. And turned out really nice. I got put in timeout several times, but that's just because I was being a snot, which I'm entitled to do when it's not my stream. Thanks, Rosemary. Okay, let's go. We've got 16. Let's go. Finding these is a challenge because I've got things stuck in every spare corner all over my studio. This is just I pulled these because they're mixed media applications. And I'm going to try to show you the texture. Can't really see it. You can see the shine. And then there's some texture. I've got a little bead on it right here. One of the, I don't know what you call them, you bead people, I know. And then the second one, ooh boy, you can see it glossy now. Supposedly the holy grail of encaustic work in the art world is how smooth you can get it. Which at this point, when I did this one, I wasn't interested in the holy grail. Got another bead. These are on little black canvases I got on sale at Hobby Lobby one time, and I bought all they had. And I listened. If y'all get to know me well enough, you'll know that I'll read everything I can find on something before I ever try it. So everything I read about encaustic says don't put it on a stretched canvas. So I didn't. But then now I realize, well, that's because they shift and move around and can crack or can fall off. Well, these are anchored. So I piled the underneath side of these with paper towels so that they wouldn't flex. Well, they're not going to flex anyway because they're glued down. What I'm doing right here is buffing the surface. If you hit your fingernail on it, you can hear that it's hard. And you have to really press your fingernail to get a mark. This will stay, well, probably not this one because it's on a non-archival support. They found these in the desert in Greece. Gosh, 4th century. Don't get me to line. Back when the Vikings were sailing their ships, and they painted their ships with encaustic to make them waterproof, and then they started adding color to make them scary for battle. So that's what encaustic is in a nutshell. And here's another little mixed media thingy. That's on a panel. Sounds like a lightweight something. There's no telling. Now this one has an interesting technique. Amber shellac, and you get your encaustic, kind of where you want it, and then you brush on shellac, and then you light it on fire. So all this stuff that's the brownish color, you have no control over. Actually, this one's held its gloss pretty good. Just some little beads added in, just cause. And because I haven't taken care of it, I've got a corner broken off. If I could find that corner, I could put it back on. Just heat it. But good Lord, there's no telling where that corner is. And this one, I had tried some cut paper. You can see it right there. And thought, okay, well, I'll just pour encaustic medium over it. And this one is very dull. Yeah, there it comes up. You see the difference? Come on now. Can't see it. Can't see it. Especially you can't see it if I take it out of the range. Yeah, come on. Come on, baby, come on. Anyway, you can kind of see where I... Any lint-free cloth will shine them up. It's hard. I mean, you can get it off if you tried to break it, but you can ruin any painting if you try to break it up. This would have been better if the paper had been crap. I can't figure out where my flection's coming from. If this had been a thinner paper like a rice paper or deli paper, I'll get it out in a minute. And here's one of my fine art pieces. And the the body is sculpted just a little. Her little buttock has a nice little curve to it, like mine has a nice little curve to it. And then she's got her elbow on something that resembles a like a rock outcropping or something, where she's got her hand. You see pretty good. And speaking of fun art, I've got my commission is due on the 28th, so I better by God be done. And I'm not. Okay, that's enough of that. Any questions? Yes, Jude, it has, it's 8 parts beeswax to 1 part Damar resin, and you can buy it already made up. If you're going to do craft projects, buying it right already made up is the best way to go. I do both. The commission I just did is 16 by 20. Y'all want to see it? I have to keep it quiet. Let me put these away so they don't get more torn up. Hang on. Hang on, Snoopy. Snoopy, hang on. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. This is on a 2-inch cradled panel. And I'm still going to put a couple of coats of, let me put this baby up. A couple of coats of encaustic medium on it. So I can work on it for about an hour or 1 coat, and then I need to let it cure overnight. Because if you don't, the wax underneath it, when you heat it, it just needs to cure overnight. So anyway, there's that. I'll put that right there on the floor because nobody's coming in here. Okay, show and tell's over. What do you think? I'm looking at the comments. Hey, Linda, that happens. You'll probably hear my dogs here in a little bit. You can always go back and catch the first part on the replay, and YouTube just started letting you see all the chat stuff too, so. I'm looking. I think that's everything. I think I'm caught up. Okay. Since I had my wax heated over in the encaustic studio that's just right on the other side of this table, I just decided to dip a piece of paper in the wax, and you can't see it, but it's translucent. You see my finger through there? Now, if this were a thinner piece of paper or rice paper, it really would be. And there are fine art installations that are made nothing of pieces of sheer paper with encaustic on them. And they can hang and they flutter in the breeze. And I don't know why I did that. There wasn't any real reason to, except just because I could. And I tore it off of this. And it changes the color, darkens it a little bit, but it kills the metallic, that's for sure. I don't think those little micas like to be messed with too much. Now, if I use that in my journal, I could probably heat it with a heat gun lightly, and that would adhere it to the page. or matte medium. And I haven't tried heating it. I'm a little bit discombobulated because my heat gun's over there. So I finally got this pen loaded. I tried to do that last Thursday. I knew I was doing it right, but I just couldn't get it to draw anything up. So it's full of India ink. And it says you're not supposed to put the cap back on, but how are you going to keep that from getting all over everything? Now this is where it needs to be filled a little bit. So you turn the pump thing here at the end, twist it. That is a great stroke. So anyway, I did finally get that working. I wonder if it would sour. I wonder if it would dry out. That we don't know. But I don't want it getting everywhere. Okay, y'all can tell that I'm talking to you because my nose starts running. Oh, another thing. The reason why I'm taking it easy today, mentally taking it easy, I got my shots Sunday. And I needed the, thank you, Vicki. I'm always available for show and tell. Anyway, I needed the second, when you get old, you got to have this stuff, okay? I got the second pneumonia shot. I got my flu shot and the new shingles shot. I was as sick as a dog yesterday. I mean, I wasn't throwing up or anything, but I had some chills. I was achy. I kept getting dizzy. My arm is red and swollen. Let me see if I can show you this. Look at that. Can you believe that? I don't know what the other arm looks like. That's not, it's just got a little bit. Anyway. Yeah, Carol, all on the same day. Yeah, I know, and it feels red too. Can't even turn over in bed. But I'm a whole lot better today. I thought it was okay. I mean, if the pharmacist says it's okay, but you kind of, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to second guess somebody. I just go with the flow. You say I need 3, okay, I'll get 3. I'm going to make a few papers just cause. And I cleaned up a little bit, so I'm not going to be able to find everything. I haven't touched this since Thursday. Look at all those chunky bits. That's perfect. And it usually takes 3 or 4 applications of paint. And if I don't hurry up, it'll be dry before I get to it. 3 or 4 applications of paint to get that old paint loosened up. I'm just using a piece of Joss paper that I got on, of course, Amazon. Leave it until it's, yeah, we're not getting much. Some, but not much. We use a little more paint. Does Speedball make a small version of this? Of course, this big honking handle. I think this sprayer works better than the Tim Holtz little one that I was in love with, and I think Rosemary stole it the last time I was there. I can't find it. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. Hey, Judy. You missed the show and tell in caustic. You may want to go back later and catch it. If y'all need to order anything from Amazon, please use my store because they'll take it away from me if I don't have a little bit of action. It's I'm going to do a good one of these, I'll tell you. bit.ly, that shortcut. bit.ly/ capital Vicki with an I, capital Ross. And everything on there is the same price as what you pay anywhere else on Amazon. And I get a few pennies. But mainly I want to keep the store because it's so easy for me to find stuff I want. Okay, the paper's beginning to come off, so I'd say that's a fail. And I'm always in the market for vintage papers and like onion skin and second sheet papers. You know, back when we used to have to use carbon paper. It's a wonder anything ever got done in the world back then. Oh, I didn't even know. Yours is still in the bucket at your house, Rosemary, but just make sure there's not 2 of them in there. Yeah, we're beginning to get a little bit. Probably need to kind of get this paper off. I knew it was going to do that because I did it the other day. So do it again. You know, if it doesn't work the first time, do it again. Anybody that's new to mixed media, this is what you do. You just put stuff on. If it doesn't work, you keep going. See, I'm starting to pick up a little bit of the turquoise that was on there. Let's do some of this yellow. I will have to say that Rosemary let me use her orange and yellow because those were the 2 colors I could not find, and I got tired of looking for them. So I finally went to Hobby Lobby and paid for these big ones. I will never use this much yellow. Orange. These are color shifts, and they're fabulous. And like I said last week, I've got to get these in a smaller bottle. Hey, Sophia. The yellow is pretty. It's got a green undertone, and this has kind of a coppery color, I think. Somebody told me last week that Walmart restocked. We're beginning to get some. Oh, I love it. That they restocked the color shifts because somebody told us that they weren't going to do that because it was seasonal. Here's quinacridone gold. I'm using Deco Art Traditions. It's their higher end. There goes the stick I was using. Higher end acrylic. Do you have to use it for craft projects? No, because it is designed to be a mixable paint so that you mix your colors rather than just grabbing a nut and honey. Now I started out with 16 square inches. By the time we finish, I'll be lucky to have 4 inches square. I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. Did you get the bigger bottle, Carmen? Because I couldn't find a small bottle. Yeah, well, the Walmart buyers are, the Walmart buyer for art was probably in lawnmowers last week. So what do they know? Walmart started doing that 10 or 15 years ago when they found out if they left a buyer in that department very long, that the chances of them going rogue on them and taking payoffs was greater. So now they just shift them all around so you don't have time to develop a real relationship. That's the kind of useless knowledge you get if you live in Walmart country. Which I do. I got a little bit. See? I hear the babies. Put this warm white back on. This again is the Traditions. The Traditions uses pigment colors and names. There they go. They sit up in the front window. They have their own little stair steps, or they can sit on the top step and watch outside. And when the kids go marching home again, or anybody gets out and walks, that's what they do. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, well, Sophia, I guess that you're only you only use color shifts in the spring. I got a full set too, Judy, finally. Best price around was Walmart. I tried to look on Amazon and, whoo, doggies. This is what I'm after. I want this fresco look. It'd be nice if y'all could see it. Yeah. Just looks like an old wall or something. Put some more on this silver. As long as I don't leave that paper on there very long, it'll be all right. Still not much, but that is usable. I am not the jelly print queen, but I am following Robin McClendon. That's Robyn McClendon. And I pay for her subscription service. It's $25 a month. And we have sessions a couple times a week. This yellow paper is vintage. Back when we used to have to make carbon copies. Your dog's probably barking with my dog, Karma. Dog goes, oh. Now. I'm going to turn off my overhead light and see if that's the one causing the glare. Or maybe this one. Nope, it's overhead. I just knocked over the commission. Okay. That's a little bit better. Let me put this back down a little bit. Yeah, that was causing all that glare. Now that's cool. So let's do, I'm into color share today. I think I deserve to use it as much as I want to. I was a good girl and I didn't cry when I got my shot. Shots. Purple would be pretty. Where's my teal? Rosemary, I need my teal. Oh, there it is, stuck up underneath the computer stand. I love this computer stand. Oh, the other thing that went on today, because I didn't feel good, I slept late. That's my story for today. Tomorrow it'll be something else. And Hubs Randy was in there cursing our new printer. And that's thanks to Rosemary too. I mean, come on, this woman is bad news for me. It's a tank. Let's see if I can register that. Probably not. Echo tank refill. You don't have cartridges. Anyway, he was trying to scan something, get it in for a closing. And you know how men are. Oh, that's pretty. So anyway, I reminded him that the more you curse at your electronic equipment, the less it works because it knows when you're mad at it. And you have to go in like a Zen goddess to get it all working. And he wasn't being a Zen goddess. And that's why it wasn't working. So I took over. And within an hour and a half, I wasn't being a Zen goddess either. You see how many pulls that took of wet paint to start getting that stuff up? I still haven't got it fixed, and I'm the computer guru around here. I've been doing it since 1987, and it really makes me mad when it's not just plug and play. It prints fine. I think I'm in love. All right, some more white. Y'all say, well, what do you do with all those prints? Nothing. Put them in my Shannon Green books, and I've been using a lot of them, though. Yes, Rosemary, it's your fault. He's a man. He was fixing to throw it out in the street. Well, that's a big pile of nothing right there. I love this size jelly plate. If I only had one, this would be it. Hey, Dr. Doc. This is a good one, too. Picking up gold from some print long ago. Still got a glare. I'm sorry. When I set up my umbrellas with the lights, I mean, it knocks everything out. Yeah, Vicki's got them. Does she use them? No. Looks like it's got water on it. I'm way off. Why didn't y'all tell me? Sophia, I've been doing the same thing. If you'll push on her name, and if she's here, push on her name in the chat, and it'll take you to her channel. Pretty. Are y'all glad that Inktober is almost over? I missed Lena. I was doing printer work. And the office where he has his printer, oh my God, you can't even get in there. I said, you know, I'd really like to have a chair to sit in. He uses it as part office and part dressing room. Like the peacock needs a dressing room. We got some pretty little pieces. Picked up a little. If y'all are of the club that you clean your jelly plates off every time you use them, you won't like my channel. Pretty. Okay, we're going to call that done. We got some pretty little things. Do y'all keep empty boxes that products come in? Like, you know, boxes for Magic Maker and, I mean, Marker Maker and, you know, little machines and stuff. I've got 4 or 5 of them here. And they're just so good that I don't want to get rid of them. I guess I could take them to Rosemary and she could make me something out of them. These are some things I did. Oh, look, Rosemary, here's some of those folders I was going to bring you. This is a Stencil Girl subscription, and I get 3 stencils every month. Well, they're not free. Hello. And I need to cancel it, but I don't want Mary Beth to think I don't like her anymore. 3 different sizes of the same theme. Or see, that's a pretty one. I was just making that stuff. Okay. All the heat's off in the encaustic area, so I can put them right there. Anyway, I made that. And that. Oh, I did this a couple weeks ago. Remember when Randy brought that maple leaf that was red and black on the sides? This one's but ugly. That's the string I used for the string printing. It can be saved. And this is on onion skin as well. It's just white. I love the way the paper, when the paper got wet, it crinkled on the plate. And that's what makes all those vertical lines. Tell me the difference between Sumi ink and India ink. So there's some pretty papers just from the last 2 sessions. That one's nothing to write home about, but it's good for something. Let's use them. No, I think there's a difference. Has anybody ever tested the waterproofness? I don't like Ustream because everything I do is on YouTube, and it's just a whole nother platform. Well, yeah, they are, Judy, because Ustream decided to start charging everybody. So they were doing it for free. You know, I ought to do a carving thing. Anybody like that idea? Where are you hiding? I've got my stamps hanging on the edge of the metal rack above my head, so I can just kind of flip through them. And that's pretty handy. I've got them in plastic bags, like CD cases, not CD case, you know, those plastic ones that CDs used to come in. I can't find it. And a hook on them so I can just hang them up. And I've got my stencils the same way over on the other side of the room, well, which is only 6 feet. But it's a long 6 feet because of all the stuff you got to navigate around. When I got into mixed media, I thought I had to have all this stuff. Well, now you're going to make me want it. Make me get up. I think chatting is an OCD or an insanity cover-up. Because you can just talk to yourself and nobody thinks anything about it. I think it covers a double personality, which I think I have. I think I am a durable personality. Is that it? No. Well, dang. It's missing. Oh, well. See, that just sitting down again makes me dizzy. All right, what did I miss? Well, then I'm smart, Aaron. Way smart. Has, you know, we've got so many new people here. I'm just going to do a quick flip through. This is the style that I've learned from Robin McClendon, and it is a minimalist style. I had trouble going from fine art, like the girl you saw, oil and realistic stuff, to totally unrealistic and layer, 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 just cover it up, keep going style. But this is like 2 or 3, like 3 to 5 elements, and it's using the painted papers. So somehow or another, I managed to have papers that kind of matched backgrounds. In some cases, you can't even really see the paper. Like here, that's eco dyed paper scrap that I did at Rosemary's one day. Here's another piece of it, but it just blends in. Now, if I were so inclined, these could become a jumping off point for a larger canvas, but we don't have galleries around here that would be interested in that kind of stuff. And if it doesn't come off my table and out the door to go somewhere, I can't do it. I keep teasing you that we're going to do spin art someday. And using a Nuhu stick, it's what I got from Robin too, makes these pages just almost completely flat. And I like that. Here's a lino cut that I did on a piece of linoleum. It's kind of nice having your own papers and stuff, your own stamps. It's a big piece. It's 6 inches, I guess, and it's just made up of borders all the way across. And I cut that one on plumber's gasket, which is the red rubber that they use to put faucets and toilets and stuff like that together. Some of these turn out really cool and some of them don't. I don't like that one, but this is cool. You see this? When you buy a stencil from Crafter's Warehouse or Stencil It, I think it's Stencil It. It's where Patty Tolly parishes are. Save that black paper that's behind your stencil and use it for jelly printing. That's what that is. And it's glossy, but it still holds the paint good enough for an application like this. And this is a wax just put on with Uhu. It's coming up, so I need to see if I can heat that on. And I try to do more monochromatic stuff because by nature I'm a colorist. And there's some string art we did a couple of weeks ago. See, I just lapsed back into color. Simple. This is India ink in a Crayola marker maker kit. And I wasn't going to get one until somebody said it was awesome with Sumi ink in it, or maybe India ink, if there's no difference. This is solid as you can get black. This is one of the other favorite black pens. And this is just 10 times, it's just covers. It's really cool. Here's some more of those grungy. And I think that is where we are. This will be the very first journal I finished. So it looks like I'm about halfway. And to me, it's like eating candy. Right now, that's all I want to do. So bear with me. We're going to all I want to do together. I need to do my exercises to get in the zone. You know what that is? Just sit and be quiet for a few minutes. Let's use those two to start with. That little torn up piece of paper is going to drive me crazy. See, every once in a while my OCD comes out. If you're tearing paper, and the reason for tearing paper is it gives you a little softer edge. It's faster than scissors and faster than a cutting machine. So it kind of gives it an organic feel. And I like it. It's more tactile. Besides that, I can't fit another thing on my desk. When you use a metal ruler, they make some that are just flat metal. They don't have cork or a magnet on the back. So if you've got one with cork or magnet on the back, you turn it upside down. Otherwise, your paper won't tear clean. And that's your wiki tip of the day. We tried to rescue when we needed another schnauzer, but ha. We even contacted a shelter down in Florida. They made us pass an inspection, and we failed because our little male schnauzer, who's 12 going on 8, I claim he's 8. I don't want him to get old. Hadn't been fixed. Well, the dog that we were trying to get was a male. So anyway, they turned us down. We ended up having to buy one. Mm-hmm. No rhyme or reason. And we had to go all the way to Denver to get that one. Randy was there for a new baby. And he and Beamer tried her out, and she's home. She'd been home for a long time, since she was born January 1st. I don't know what I'm wanting. So this is my Shannon Green custom keeper. Colors are good on that, but it's a little bit rough. Here's another thing I made. I made the paisley out of a stamp block. I took all my stamps off their blocks too, which I thought that was the done thing. I carved and I carved, and I got my Dremel out and I carved some more, and that wood is so hard I could never get it any better than that. So obviously I wasn't an Indian person in the last life. I don't know how. Keep everything. This is a drop cloth or drop paper. How y'all doing over there in the chat, okay? You being nice? This is something else that was fun. I learned this from Tracy Batista. When you've carved a stamp, save all the little pieces and stick them down on adhesive foam sheet, a craft sheet, and you can make a wonderful background pattern. Let's see what we got. I'm actually using my papers now that I've got them put in a form I can use. There's a booger. Guess I ought to use it. Good job cutting that straight, Vic. Well, now we got to level that off. Even these little pieces, you never know when you're going to need something like that. And it looks, once you get it down on your paper, it looks like washi tape. Is anybody working as we speak? I'm having trouble with this. The acrylic paint under didn't. Did it tear? Is what I'm trying to say. And Randy said my pages were starting to look alike, so. Upside down. We're getting something. We're getting something. Oh, well, thank God the owner showed up. Paper loop flowers. Flowers. We're so attached to our schnauzers. We cry for days when something happens, like dying or something. We've lost 2 in the last 3 years. BJ was by himself for about 6 weeks, I think. And Beamer was his daddy. That needs more water. This was the one that was opened because I lost my lid. Anyway, Beamer was his daddy, and that was all he'd ever known. He cried for 6 weeks and was just beside himself, not knowing what to do. So we knew we had to get another one. And of course, the existing one doesn't want anybody invading their den. Least of all, this little 1 pound female who walked in like she owned the place. I think I'm going to put it like that. I don't want it centered. So anyway, they're best of friends right now, and we're kind of hoping that we can kind of breed them. I can't find my. Okay. Could use a credit card. I like my little foam. That's not a real credit card. My little gel makeup. They've got to be in there. Watercolor. Ink. Nope. Okay. I have this dream for my studio. Everything. Oh, crap. I didn't want that to tear off. Where everything has a place and you always know where everything is. That's my dream. There's a little girl. Now let's get this one going. Oops. White paper. I'm just discombobulated today. Drink of water. I'm going to put it on with that, but it probably won't hold. I've done that before, Carmen. Whoops. If I'd quit tearing stuff off. And mine had been canceled till the next week because my therapist was sick. See, I told you I'm crazy. I still have I still have issues after losing Sarah in the fire, so copay pays for it. So there you go. Damn it. Stick on there. I don't want to pull you off again. Maybe I'll get a wet wipe. Hey, everybody. Be sure and give me a like. Rosemary, you're falling down on the job, baby. Those likes are very important when YouTube sees how popular you are. Yeah, I kind of tried to do something that would incorporate those pieces from the previous page. I think I succeeded. And then we need something on there. Yeah, I like that one. This is vintage writing paper I got from AliExpress, but it came from France, so I don't know how that works. I'm not going to throw that away. Somebody saved that paper, and I'm going to respect it. Turn it out. I like the way the paper blends in. I think that's my favorite. But I'm covering up the orangey. Maybe I don't cover up all of it. That'll work. Don't overthink it. Yeah, nice and neutral. I did it. Neutral. I think we're going to call those done. I'm going to get some matte medium right now. Hang on. And I know right where it is. 2, 3 steps away. Come on now. It's right here in a drawer marked mediums. Matte medium. I've got a buttload of decor art, but I've been moving stuff. So I'll use golden. Golden has a sampler pack. So I got one. Whoops. What looks like a Japanese letter, a kanji. It's still not sticking. We're calling it because it might stick more after it's dry. There you go. What am I missing on the chat? Night, Sophia. You're welcome. There's an off print of that leaf. What do I want to do? Probably nothing. Because I could put the other one over here. I have a baby in here. She brought her lion in for me. I see you. She said, no, you don't, because I'm gone. I got a load in the washer ready to go dry. There's not enough of that to mess with. And I don't want to draw it, so we're going to wait on that. No rhyme or reason. I'm just going to take a big chunk of this paper. You don't want half of it. See the yellowing here on the paper? So remember to send it to me before you offer it to Rosemary, okay? You got me? The reason these vintage papers are desirable is because they've got cotton in them. Even 25% makes them behave differently. these do we have up here that we just made? A wax paper. Here's a print off of that. Remember I just told you about saving the trash from when you cut a stamp or something. It just makes a nice texture. Gonna tear off. I don't know what kind of paper that is. Feels like construction paper. Knocked my book off in the floor. There's some stuff over here on the side. Let's do, now that I got that out, well, that wasn't smart to do that before. All right, we'll do it again. Don't like messing on the pages that have anything else glued. Oh, and this paper has ripples too. I haven't been on Twitter all day. Are y'all proud of me? You know, the great printer debacle. Actually, the printer works fine. It's just a scanner. And it's some kind of a bleep software issue. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Not yet. And I got this book. I got 2 of them. I should have gotten 3. But I've bought so many journals and stuff that I'm never going to use if I live to be 102. Who knows? I might. So anyway, I just got 2 of them. They were all of 2 1/4. I have had so much fun. Let's see what we get with these books. The other one's still in my car from the day I bought it. Got a little bit. That ink's not wet enough to, I didn't want to flood it. Here's my marker. Marker Maker. Walmart had them on sale for $14. There, that's better. A purge? That's sacrilege. Now that's just as boring as it can be. It looks like my circle has hair. And I've got a piece right there I need to tear off. Doo-doo. And that's all you need. I always try to tear a little bit off the end. I've got a step stool under this high chair, and there's only one way that the feet will cuddle up. That the rollers will cover up. Don't overthink it. I know people that could spend an hour just trying to decide, and then they can't decide, so they never finish it. Crap, I should have put glue under that. Sorry, I talk bad. Maybe nothing like Lena, but I talk bad. I would imagine I'm worse than Lena. That's sticking, so I'm leaving it. Up to you. Tell me, girl, what you gonna do? Do you want my love? Or are we through? Do. Smart ass, see what you got there. See? Get them out, put them right back. Okay, now I like that. What am I missing? What time is it? 5:19. Good Lord, I got a lot done today. Carmen the Younger. I really do like that. That turned out scrumptious. Drink water. Y'all who know me know that if I tell you that I felt so bad last night I didn't even have a drink, you will know how bad I felt. I was into turquoise last week. Turquoise. But I don't want turquoise. Keep feeling like I'm missing something. Well, I'm glad you recognized it. Even if you just put your papers that you pulled for something else back in your book, you don't have to run them under the clips unless you just want to. Okay, so we're looking for something to do on that page. I hear you calling my name. Next time I go into a plate session, I got to use up some of these first, but I need to print some more black. I found one, but I'm not going to take it completely out. Uh-oh. She didn't put her ruler up. What did she do with it? There it is. Oh, it's up here, Goose. This was back when I very first got my jelly plate. I was using a lot of paint and craft paper that was heavier. Let's see if that one works. I think Rosemary gave up on us and went home. Oh, wallpaper, tissue paper. Shannon Green's papers turn out so neat. Mine turn out so not neat. It's because I'm using them. That's kind of neat. Let's see what this does. This looks like a National Geographic Citrusolve. I did not do well with Citrusolve technique. I don't know why. Probably because I didn't learn how to do it before I did it. All right, let's see what we got. I like the metallic one. That be little Minnie. And when she talks, she sounds like Minnie Mouse. I kid you not. Minnie. And there's little boy. Someone had the audacity to walk by our house. This is on rice paper. Since I've got it cut crooked. Might want that right in the center. Not right there, maybe. I am going down with it. Don't make any dirty jokes. A little bit off center and a little bit to the top. Well, put it, I don't want it there. I want it up here. Okay, you can scoot it down a little bit. Don't want to waste the glue. You'd think I was frugal. No, not me. You give me $1, I'll figure out a way to spend 20. I've got to get some iridescent bronze. This is transparent brown iron oxide. No rhyme or reason. That it's a good color. And we don't want to waste that. Still got color. Okay. Picked up some of the black that time. Okay. Perfect. Now let's get that black pen. Put some black on top of it. There. And voila, except this one is crooked as it can be. Nope. It'll just be crooked. Ah, water tastes so good. Okay, Carol. Hey, Shauna. How are you today? Is that a stencil? Explain, please. Brandera? Thank you, Carmen. I know, Carol. I tried an older one. Shannon Green gets good results from newer ones too. Oh, the odd oval thing? No, I just did it with on my jelly plate. And I used this calligraphy brush. Just made a circle. And popped it down. I didn't get enough sumi ink on that. Hey, Marilyn. Did everybody like me? You're welcome. And then here I did the same thing using transparent iron oxide, the fluid acrylic. And of course it bled all over the plate, but that's okay. And then I went back over it with that same black pen and just marked on it there. And it was a good choice because it picked up the color in this stripe. My arm is itching. Ah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And this is another one of those string things. Using that gold. Let's see, what's it called? Golden Black. It's a sumi ink by Yasutomo. I don't know if I want to do another one or not. We've already done 4. And it is 5:30. Whoops. I think I might quit early. Yeah, it is. And they've got it in silver too, but I haven't used it yet. Silver black. And it took me a while to figure out that, man, you really have to shake it. So I've been putting it on its head. I think it's got a ball bearing in it. And, yeah, I was also using it for my experimental writing. That's what I need on these. And this is my marker maker. Remember that. I don't want that. I don't know how you're not supposed to put a lid on this. And it's got wet ink in it. Yeah, where's my black pen? And I made some colors with their dyes. I don't know if this one writes or not. It was dried out. It's writing. That wasn't the one that was dried out, though. I was yelling right there. Okay. We didn't put any here either. Okay, now you just put that in there. Okay, we're good. That's the one that was dried out. I just dipped it in water, and I think I had acrylic paint on the end of it. It's what I think. I don't think I'm going to do it on the other side. Okay, what else is going on? You know, when you're the one doing the work, you lose out on so much of what y'all are chatting about. I think I'm just going to make a few marks with this. A few jellies just direct into the book. How do that sound? That's pretty. That is quinacridone gold. I love this size. Okay, Craft Yard. Or Craft Yaz. Bye-bye. Ooh, look how cool that is. Would you just look at it? I wouldn't call that quinacridone gold, but looks pretty nice. Now let's use some. I dropped my stick in the floor. All right. Just use your finger. I'm going to use some of the chalk paint that I've been working on reconstituting. It's mostly water. That's okay. Nothing a baby wipe can't fix. I understand, Brandera. I'm going to be heading to my chair here in just a little bit too. Pretty, pretty. That gives the orange a little bit of glimmer. It's really some pretty stuff going on in there. Okay, now see if you can stay away from turquoise. Oh, I love this. This is that mineral Martha Stewart. It needs to be stirred up. That's all right. Maybe if I turn it upside down. Come on, baby. I just need a little. Yeah, I look a lot like a kimono. before I put this on. See how pretty that color is? Now that's Walmart, and they just started making them in a smaller bottle, which is a good thing. I'm putting the cap on my glue stick. What else have we got? What else have we got? What else have we got? Orange. Brushed rose gold. My favorite, chocolate brown. You hear me struggling? Stay away from turquoise. No, no, can't have it. And there's some more we can pick from. There. Just a little bit. Yeah, I have trouble with warm colors. Almost an aversion. But we talked about my crazy, ooh, look. I didn't get that rubbed in very good, but the dots are okay. Building some stuff for later. Okay, some orange. You talked me into it. It's funny how you develop your favorite colors over time. That pinky red flash is a good color. Now what? Rose gold? No, I want some more of the chocolate flash. It's not spreading out just real good, but that's okay. You know, I had trouble also with acrylic. Or craft acrylic when there's a million bottles. Of color. And it overwhelms me to have 50 colors sitting out on your desk because I paint in oils and watercolors with a limited palette. It's pretty. Where you have 13 max, maybe. And you do perfectly well with 6 or 7. That's pretty. Sounds like a cat. Poppy may be about home. I think I'm ready to call it a night. Green. Green. We got some green. What did I do with it? Are you leaving, Judy? I'm going to be leaving too in just a minute. It's kind of a yellowish green, but it works. Alrighty, I think I'm done. I'm tired. I was a sick old lady yesterday, so. Anyway. Anybody else got anything to say? Those colors are pretty. I'm looking on the iPad screen. You're welcome, everybody. I enjoy doing it. Melody, keep doing those echo papers. They're cool. I don't think there's anything left on that. There might be a little. Remember to keep those brushes wet. Yeah, I am, George. I am just messing around, but that's part of my therapy, is to learn how to mess around. Or otherwise, I'll take 6 months to do an oil painting. This is good for me. Pretty colors. All right. I'm going to click the button.